So in this video, I'm going to take you from the GNS-PES launch page right to Google Classroom, and I'm going to show you how to post assignments for students that you have in Google Docs. So from the launch page, we are going to go right to Google Classroom. And again, don't feel overwhelmed because you see a lot of Google Classrooms in my screen. You will only see one Google Classroom likely in your Google Classroom page that you come up to. So here is mine for this year. I'm going to go to my 2019-20 Google Classroom that has my 25 students. I'm going to click on my name there that shows as a hyperlink, and I'm going to go to classwork. From classwork, I'm going to create a new assignment, and what I'm going to do is on Tuesdays we do Would You Rather writing, and this one is Would you rather read a paper book or a digital book? Okay, complete. I'm going to type the instructions in here. Okay, so I've written the instructions as I feel appropriate. I'm now going to find the document that I want, and I've already created it in Google Docs. And so I'm going to go to Google Drive. Now I just created it in Google Drive. So there is the document that I want. So I'm going to click that and hit Add. And there are different ways that I can attach that for students. I can do it so that students can only view the file. So if I had a slideshow that I wanted them to see first with a mini lesson, then I would create that. But I actually want, I don't want the students to be able to edit my file because then I would have students overwriting their own work. What I actually want to do is make a copy for each student. And that way, it's really nice for me as a teacher because I will have 25 copies with each of these student names attached to this document. So I can also, if I wanted to, I can add other items to this same assignment. So for instance, I could add like a YouTube video, I could add a file, I could add a hyperlink, or I could add another Google Drive item. And it really makes it so that you can offer multimedia learning for your students. So this is going to be really important as we go forward with virtual learning to add some instruction perhaps on a YouTube video or another file that we want to show with a mini lesson. We're going to have to get really creative in how we deliver our curriculum. So for me, let me just see if I can find something else that I might want to add to it just so that you get the idea of adding multiple things. Okay, so I'm going to add the picture just so they have the up-close picture if they want that. So students don't need to be able to edit that file. I'm just going to allow them to view it. And in my document, just so you know what my document looks like, I think this is going to pull it up. Yeah, I've created a table so that when they get this document, they can start to write directly into the document. I've given them the planning, and then they can create their final draft in here in a Google Doc. So they can start typing. And then I've also included a picture of my editing checklist because I still want them to be editing their work. So I will create in my YouTube file, I'll create a hyperlink so that you can view what my document looks like. And if this gives you any ideas, then take what you like, leave the rest. That would be great. I'm going to go back to Google Classroom now just so I can finish posting that assignment. So I'm going to go back to my Google Classroom tab. So it tells me that I can put a due date. Now I do want to put a due date for this, and I'm going to put this due date as, let me just see, it'll actually be the 31st is when I want students to complete this because that is what we do it on Tuesday. I'm going to create a topic and I'm going to call it Would You Rather. You don't have to create a topic. It just makes it easier for me to find things. And if I had a rubric, I could also attach a rubric to it. I haven't really done that in grade 2, so I'm not going to do that, but it's probably something I should explore. Particularly, it might be something that you want to explore in the upper grades. Now, I can also assign it now so that it gets posted to them right now, or I can schedule it. And this is really a convenient feature. I don't want a bunch of things ending up in their Google Classroom before I want them to do them, but I want to post it when it's convenient for me. So I'm going to schedule this assignment, and I'm going to schedule it for Tuesday the 31st at 8 a.m. I might even schedule it for 7 a.m. Just because this gives some flexibility to when students are able to do it, because I think students are going to have to be able to work on devices when it works with their family schedule, when it's convenient for them. So I'm going to post it there. I'm going to schedule it. And then it will automatically, it says that it's scheduled for March 31st at 7 a.m. So students can see that on Tuesday. They'll be able to see it. And then I'll be able to see what it looks like as they complete it and turn it in. I think it's going to just take me to their document right now. Yeah, it's going to take me to the document. But I'll show you some things that I've scheduled for students to do and what it looks like. Free Write Friday, here's an example. I can see who's turned it in, how many students were assigned. The ones that have turned it in, I can see their documents. So here's an example of something that has been turned in, and I can open it right from there. So this was my assignment that I gave the students to work on before the break. So I can go see here my students' work over on the left. The 2 slides that start off with are the ones I provided, and then the student wrote here. And I can give this student feedback comment bank. So I've created some comment banks for common mistakes that students have done. So I can either click on this when I want to add a comment, and I can insert the comment. So what I did was I highlighted where I wanted to make the comment, and then I pressed the right click on my mouse, and then I can add a comment. And then I can just click comment, okay? And when I'm ready to return it to the student, I just click return. And I hear my son Rowan coming down, so I'm going to stop this video right now. I hope you will try this.